Whoa! It's streamer. I can't believe it. Imagine seeing a streamer on twitch.tv. Imagine. Impossible.
We found the first streamer on Twitch.
I'm the zeroth streamer. There we go. It's even worse. That sounds even worse. Something dumb. Oh, that's cute. Just good art that has been retweeted. Ah, yes, I have to switch back to my correct account because I have 2 Twitter accounts, and one of those is the one that I use to actually tell people that we're doing the thing. Let me tweet.
Is there a... Why can I see a box on the stream?
Huh? Like, wait, what do you mean? Oh, the top left. That's the chat, I think.
Oh.
Because unfortunately, the when I switched to Stream Elements, oh no, when I switched to Stream Elements and OBS, it made the chat not like the same anymore, and I just kind of have to deal with it. I look it as far as costs go for using something that is much less horrible. It's pretty good. It's good cost.
Yeah, maybe you have to chroma key the background. I don't know how it works.
I could do that, or I could just leave it be so that people can actually read the text that comes up on the chat. Because that is another thing I'm more than happy to have. Just typing my tweet. You know the one. Ace's attorneys. Those attorneys are pretty ace. Right, we got it. A whole bunch of people are going to be doing Halo Infinite real soon, and I don't get to do it because it'll be at 5 AM. Crying, dying.
Everyone will have beaten the game all the time.
Yeah, everyone will have beaten. Apparently, it takes a good few hours to do. Everyone can hear the Ace Attorney music in the background, I think. There it is. Cool, good. Bam, 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 bam. Look at that. Oh man, I love that noises. The classic Ace Attorney menu noises. With the cool ass music. Yeah, the save game data. Let's do it. Declared Kokoro, right? That's how you say that word, right? Kokoro. You can see it on Discord, right? Did I screen share? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I had to make sure I did. Just to be super safe. Alright, yes, words. Me speaking. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm waiting and willing.
It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation.
Woo!
I did it. I spoke words. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Luigi.
Oh god.
Luigi Mario. I got a present. I got a present. Wow, look at that. Whoa.
What is this foul language?
Kind of looks like if Luigi was designed to be a detective instead of a plumber.
Yeah, he does feel like Luigi. That's why we've decided that Luca's voice for him is Luigi from the old Mario cartoon. It's good. It's pretty good, isn't it? Well, that got you way more than I thought it would.
Because I've watched that.
It's actually really good. You should watch the stream, Bean. But, like, in a way that you don't have to contend with my headphones blocking out the sound.
You need sound cancelling headphones that allow you to watch this.
Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk about foreign gutabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? For my ladyship?
I see. Her ladyship.
Give that here! At once! Come on, hand it over. That's for me.
Oh god, Death Grip on those chips.
Yeah, the ships are dead. They're gone forever. Don't wait for me to give it. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you?
Or grade size 2 or less chip.
What?
Death Grip.
How dare you?
Fish.
That was a buddy fight reference. That was a buddy fight reference that was just made on this stream. My God, dead game? Question mark. That only I'm interested in playing and no one else will play with me. Lamel.
You need an emote that's the buddy fight icon, but with a like red cross through it.
Buddy fight is dead icon. Yes, I need
Or like
that.
no buddy fight zone.
But it is a buddy fight zone. I want a buddy fight. Anytime I said, you know, something about someone's buddy, like he's killed his buddy, it's like that's what my brain was like that.
True.
Buddy. Hey buddy. Yeah. God, I wish I could play that game, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Just a dead game. It's all good. What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee. Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. The ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time.
Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
What? Her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes. But still. I'm sorry, Inspector. Oh.
I am sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. And thank you, Inspector, for trying to read my lines, though. It's all right.
I knew it. I'm an empath. I know what you feel. Never mind that you... So... What do you want to know then, eh?
Sorry?
Now the gentleman in black, whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Ah, the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow.
Wow.
Nailed that reading again. He lives in a right old owl. It's just over there. Look.
Oh my God! It's the house. It's that one. I knew it was someone's house.
Oh my God.
On the first floor of that house, on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's propped up.
Huh. That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garadib.
Betty Rag. Okay. I was trying to figure out if it was like a reverse or something, because it feels like a kind of reverse name, but it's not. Because it's Betty Rag, which is like still not a word.
Bed and
It's like a
rag.
bed, right?
Bed Rag? I don't know. Garadeb, though.
I've never seen that last name before.
That's the weirdest last name I've ever seen. I don't know.
Right. Well, if you see her again, you make sure to give her ladyship my regards, yeah? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector, we will.
Bye for now, then. And long live her ladyship.
You know what? I think he just appreciates being famous. Being made famous and being paid for it.
Yep.
Like, you know what? Cool, I guess. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left.
Well, out in the 1800s.
Damn it, that's also me. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Well, a reminder that in AA5, we took one of the main characters each. unless it was Phoenix and Athena, in which case it was both me again. Because of course it was. Throat pain. Definitely. I guess we go in. New location has been added.
Make sure you read flavor text.
Yeah. Visiting a cold, dark jail brings home the reality of crime and punishment. The workplace of the world's greatest detective. Oh, it's a dream come true. Always feel on edge here, but there are so many interesting books I wish I could borrow. And there's a place for investigating even in this biting cold. I wonder what awaits us. These people from all over the globe come to engage his consulting detective services. When the light from the candle is dim, there's little chance of sleeping. Yeah.
Light. Realize that as you.
Huh?
I didn't even notice the text on the right.
Yeah, there's like...
I was more interested in Sasuga.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Susato. Alright. Let's do it. Let's go in and find Mr. Sholmus. That sure is a cannon. 19th of February. Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah. Well, she's all yours.
May I help you?
There you go. Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb?
Indeed would be, sir. And who may I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am... Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. She's excited for some reason. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
One moment, please. I should convey the message to Mr. Carrier.
Did you see that, Miss Susato? It was a real-life English maid. I know.
Real life matrix. I've been thinking about those forever.
To be fair, back then it would have been famous as like, oh, maids, like people serving staff, crazy, you know.
True.
Serving staff of like a different type than the kind you'd expect in Japan. So you know, can't fault them back then, you know.
Yeah.
I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
That's where I draw the line.
No butlers.
No butlers.
Thank you for it. Mr. Carrier will see you soon. This way.
Huh?
What the?
I guess that explains the cannon and uniform and whatnot. Oh yeah, see there's his picture in the right up here. So he's a moon man.
He's Moon Man.
He is just a moon man.
He looks like that funky moon thing guy. You know what I'm talking about, the moon guy.
Yeah, you know the one.
Why is the carpet burnt by the change room?
Let's examine it. Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. You right, B? What? What's up? You okay?
I just keep hurting the last bit heals.
Okay.
Although it sounds nothing amazing.
Well, it's
Like,
because
she was
it's
in-
because you have me. That's the problem. I'm the new waifu. I'm the waifu now, unfortunately.
I am the waifu.
Look at me. I am the waifu now. Ow. Ow. My throat. Definitely not. Definitely, you know, I'm someone's waifu material at least. It makes me happy. Good.
Aw.
Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek. Maybe let's not, Mr. Sato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. I guess we gotta interact with them. In that case.
A good day to you. John Garriday at your service.
Aha, good day to you. Oh no, he wouldn't be
Is that what you
French. That's just what my brain hears when I see that.
Good day to you. John Garriday at your
You don't have to do it.
Another French voice.
You know,
If
no,
you
no,
take it.
no. As in, just read. No, just the line "Good day to you" just makes me think of The Spy. Thanks to the
Oh.
What's because of what? Just because of what's
Yeah.
the? I don't remember what the song is. Oh yeah, the song "Piece of Piss," the one that's like made of paper planes but done with like TF2 dialogue instead as the lyrics. It's really good. Holy shit! It's by the same person who made the Ambition song, which is the lazy song, but they've again replaced the lyrics with all Cave Johnson quotes.
Oh.
You know, the one that I know, like, not quite off by heart, but like a lot of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would know that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've sung it at you sometimes. It's funny.
I've been at the expense of the performance.
I'm not gonna sing it now. I just need to clear my throat anyway.
Okay.
You were worried, I know. I had to reassure you real quick. But yeah, no, I don't know. Do you want to do?
You can take him. I'll just do the main one.
Ow.
Better load of the other characters.
That's true. Problem is, I have the two main characters, but I can take this guy as well.
I can do the guy you can make maybe.
It's too late. You've already taken the maid. She's already yours. So I'll take Mr. Garadeb. Where have you gone? What are you doing? Off in the distance, I see. Off 5 kilometers away. Just distant Luca noises. Okay. Good day to you, Mr. John Garadeb, at your service. For some reason my brain was like inserted the Mr. at the start. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know? I earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. As if you couldn't tell from everything else, jeez. Yeah. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Do you think so? Well, Mr. Garadeb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Don't know what that means. I wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly.
Folderol. Trivial. Sensible fun.
Ah! That's it, old woman. Be careful. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I should be more careful, sir.
So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right? Yes, we'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. Fortune allies with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know. In this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rance magazine here, sir. No, I see.
Okay.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigners doing as we speak.
So he's in Soseki-san's room. It's a bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. Ah, we can talk to him directly now. I can attack his life points directly.
Kill him.
I will. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garadeb, please do tell us. Ah yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So you moved in very recently then? I have 2 lodges most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago, you see. There'd been... Ah! Dash it all, Joan, do be careful! Something weird going on with these two, and I want to know what it is.
If you want
thought it was Shady Short from the Empire said
Oh, why?
You seem very most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had a shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me.
It's so much to find the quietest possible voice you could do. Like it would.
Mumbling as much as possible.
I guess, yeah. Can't imagine. I can kind of imagine that from this individual. Just, what's she doing? What is this animation?
It's good.
It's jiggle physics in Ace Attorney. It's more likely than you'd think.
Oh no! No! I mean, I'll take it.
I mean, look, that's what it is, though.
It's good.
Just because, look, jiggle doesn't necessarily mean anything weird. It just means it's something that, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't, yeah.
I said to myself, Jane, that man is strong. Sooner or later he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything.
I bet she's wrong. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Well, I mean, it's more like Ryunosuke meant that we won't be. we won't be doing it. Just the Reaper might, but you know, we won't.
Yeah. That's... Look, if we see a 3D model, we're gonna see them again.
Yeah, I know. We are. We're gonna see, but we're not explicitly doing the calling.
Yeah.
You know, come on, lad. Come on, keep up, lad.
Yes, Emma. Indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us.
I think, yeah, the copy thing is her just trying to interrupt.
Yeah, I thought so.
She wants to be a shit.
Had you noticed anything else at all about the lodger, about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. Orchard.
No. Orchard is right. I'm just trying to think of. I'm just trying to like pass this particular. Is it a simile? I don't know what this is. I don't know.
I guess I'm
Metaphor, maybe. I don't know. But whatever this, just the concept of like, oh yeah, I guess that kind of, you know, because you apple trees for shade. I don't know, trees for shade or whatever.
They just found it like a dictionary of old words and were like, oh.
Yeah. Could you elaborate?
I don't take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could read. And he never so much as passed the time of day without another living soul. And it's in a single visitor call. He just trots off to that bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man, as I walk past the time everyone else is in the house, has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night. But I've only known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2.
Ah, classic. Ah. Just classic behavior. Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh!
I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's... fuck, what was his voice again? I've already forgotten. That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level. That was the right one? Was correct? Excellent. Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. Ah!
Cool.
Good grief, Joan! Be more careful, woman.
Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. I don't know what's going on here. I need to understand. It seems that the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? Seabean? The window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? $5 is dinner time in the Garrideb household. Dinner time. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside earlier that hour.
That's right, I should put my glasses on.
Oh, you keep...
Imagine. Look, the thing is, I had no glasses for so long that having them again is like, it's a dream come true, but it's also a strange and mysterious thing.
And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the room.
Vision returning, head not swimming. Good, good.
Humanity restored.
Yes. Dank souls, huh? Damn. Didn't know that's what we were playing. Okay, that's annoying. There's a little bit of them that's just like got a bit of mark on it. And I don't know how good the actual cloth is right now, so I'm simply using my shirt and hoping that that will be fine. Using my little, my nice little burgundy jacket, definitely. That's what I'm using. Love me some nice burgundy jacket. Oh, I see. He's right. He speaks for me in this instance. Because I do see. I can literally see now. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well, yes. Was there something then? Well, something particularly significant, but around that sort of time in here, there... Ah! For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing!
Oh, dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow.
Oh, yes.
I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Oh, really, Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing of... We need to just execute this woman right now. Get out of here. Removed.
Joan, you need to leave.
You need to leave. You shouldn't be here. Joan Dashador, what is the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan.
That's right, Mr. Garrideb.
What is the matter with these two? No, it's what's the matter with Joan. It sounds like something happened.
There's like two ways to read that line. It was like,
Yeah.
That's right, Mr. Garrideb. That's right, Mr. Garrideb.
That's right, because it was extended A's.
Yeah.
A's Lamau, if you will.
Look. Look.
Excuse me? Oh, my eyes. Ow, my... You would not believe my eyes.
Coming into a doctor, to a optometrist, you would not believe my eyes.
If 10 million fireflies, what?
And they throw like a Girardi filled jar of fireflies at me. And I'm blinded permanently.
Girardi! It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what? Wish I knew. It's got to do with the screen, obviously. Something's happened to the screen.
Yo.
Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak. Yes. Told me Natsu's name. had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services? It's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean. Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. And he'll do a logic and reasoning spectacular that will not be entirely correct.
That's what I will see.
Man, imagine logicking and or reasoning the spectacular. The cannon! Hmm?
No, jump in this and I'll set the fuse. It'll be great.
Pretty sure I can't fit in that. Just my arm, which would, you know, remove it from my body. Or we could launch the sword. That would be fun. Huh?
Can we investigate that thing?
I can't. Unfortunately, I've tried. They're down here. See? Nothing.
No, it simply does not see it.
Well, because I've interacted with this already. It's too late. There's other stuff that I can't be bothered interacting with. It's like, yeah, cool, we could. We could get all the lore, or I could just not bother.
You could just play the game.
Huh? Yeah. I see. The Garadeb's room. Occupied by the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, and his wife. Huh?
Wife?
What wife? What wife?
Is Joe?
His wife?
I don't know.
Cool relationship, dude. Really normal.
But nothing was said to imply that that was the case.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do we know this? This feels like an accidental, you know,
maybe.
an accidental look ahead. You know, when games occasionally do that, and the state is active way too early.
What happened?
But the name of Soseki Natsume. Even when they're a little worse for wear, English rooms are so splendidly colourful. You know, they're alright.
Okay.
Kind of shit, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, holy moly. There's a cat.
When you're watching a cartoon and you see, like, the thing that moves against the background.
Yes.
Cat!
19th of February, Mr. Natsume's room. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. Yeah, that's what happens when there's no fucking window.
It's so musky here.
Musky? That's musty. What? What are you on about? I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that.
Fair enough. Response is justified.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes, once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadem told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Where could he possibly be? That's the real question. Wait, hang on. He's behind the books. Okay. I need to interact with the cat first. It's important. The cat is important. It's so precious.
Screech.
No! It's gone! Oh my, what an adorable little cat! Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was not very quick, my boy. It was a tricolour Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Goodbye, kitty.
Heck of a 2 days.
I can now interact with that. The desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. Your as in like the time of your, like previous. Old. It's an old. No, not you. Your.
My time?
It's your time to shine.
Here I go.
I'm waiting for the shining. No, okay.
I'm going.
Oh,
I'm lighting the
you know what?
incandescent.
You never shine if you don't glow. It's true. Okay, so you know how I've noticed that my mouse cursor is like not aligned very well when it's on the stream? It's actually on my second window and it's showing up on the first, because the first window is all Ace Attorney, but right now it's actually on the second window, or hovering over OBS right now, which is interesting. I wish.
I wish it was normal.
Definitely how cursor rendering works. Probably just because extended displays, I suppose.
Maybe.
You never shine if you don't glow. If you don't gloat. Let me just message someone.
Okay.
No.
Drop a sick beat.
Actually, wait, no. That's right. She wouldn't be anywhere remotely caught up, but it's okay. She's mentioned having issues with the chatting before, so it's all cute. It's all good. They purchased 2 days ago, 4:45 p.m. What a time! What an absolute time! That's 15 minutes until Halo Infinite is what that time is. 4:45 a.m. There will be.
You're keeping track.
I'm keeping track. Oh, it's 8:45 p.m. That was 4 hours ago, in fact.
What is going on?
That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Second-hand book receipt has been entered into the court record. Wow. Receipt discovered in Mr. Natsume's room for some books that he had purchased from a second-hand bookshop before the incident occurred.
Awesome.
Voices I will never get to use in this game. Just, you know, throw them around
That's a
randomly.
good use of it. I think you should make that a bit.
Yeah. Just you know, just randomize the voice I use every time. There he is.
What? Jump scare.
Jump scare, Herlock.
POV, there's a gay man in your home.
What?
POV, there is a gay man in your home.
The gay detective.
Oh, it's fine actually.
Ah! Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, there he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, you two. Good day.
There he is, the king. Return of the king. Close enough.
Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Burya.
Yes, of course, the Bear. And let me see, what happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Asogi. He died, tragically, but you were a great help to us.
Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honour to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes.
Oh.
Great. Vague memory. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain.
Imagine having a mind palace when you can have a brain attic instead.
The Virgin Mind Palace versus the Brain Attic.
The Chad brain attic.
Miss Naruhodo.
Now, you know what, I'm sad, because I honestly thought we'd be in court today, so the name of the stream. Man.
Oh, is that what the plan was?
Yeah.
I should have saved you because I knew we weren't.
Oh, really? Oh.
Or I just like by instinct. I was born with the power of exchange. It's a curse, but also.
Hang on, are you ready?
Right.
Are you ready? I've updated the name of the stream.
Awesome.
Good. Excellent.
Really glad that Twitch is okay with that title.
Oh, it actually let me keep it? I didn't even think about that, I'm not gonna lie.
It
Excellent.
probably is an issue, but some words there like it doesn't make me say
Oh,
no.
hang on, let me just do this just to make it a bit more obvious what I'm doing.
Nice.
People do prefer that, and I think people also say, oh, yeah, use the Discord link, use the thing link, and just all the, you know, there's just a bunch of streams where I'll see like the exclamation mark, whatever,
yeah.
to use.
I think usually left the beta is good, but
Yeah, I don't want to flood it with all sorts of like things that people have to do. It's already hard enough to be fucking
you go now?
noticed, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna have to update the VOD later to this, but still, to this name. Oh no, Miss Naruhodo.
Then, Mr. Sasato.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sherms.
Well, I lose the first round.
Look at his teeth. They felt blue for a second there.
In truth, I hope to invite both of you to my Baker Street suite the other day we arrived in London. Some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to privacy. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Toseki-san in that short of an amount of time.
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past developments a little.
A little.
It is a mistake to think that one's brain, I think, has elastic walls and can extend to any distance.
What can distend to any extent. He's basically saying he doesn't have infinite brain space.
well, that's
Which is
not true.
what? Do you have infinite brain space?
You want to see?
I'm terrified of that statement.
I'll show you later. Threatening.
Weirdest threats.
I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventure entitled A Study of Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should only be too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
I'm kind of glad that he's back though. It's good. I'm glad he's back. He's a good lad, even if he's a bit of a dumbass, you know.
Freak.
he's just near a virgin, all right. It's fine. You know. I actually wonder what this version of Sholmes has. You know, if he's like ADHD or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Who knows? Just given how rapidly he just runs around changing his attention and doing things.
Yeah.
You know.
Down for that.
You know, you gotta remember the things people saw as eccentricities in the past. You know, were sometimes
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
nice.
it's a whole thing.
Oh.
Who knows? I mean, not that you know actual Sherlock Holmes was like real or anything, but like I'm still interested in this variant of him, what he would be. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume. Yes, I believe it was their name rather long.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What? I can't believe he was looking Sato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
I see. Oh, how?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detectives of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Ascertain, but still, yeah.
I'll ascertain your ass in a second, bitch.
Well,
Whoa!
I'll take it. Anyway. A man seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they'd been purchased. Speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say?
That is very simple, in fact.
I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit, then?
That I could not tell you. But it was abrogating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliography.
Bibliophily.
Bibliophily.
It is a
Sounds
bit
like a fucking baby word. What the hell?
bibliophily, as in a bibliophile, a lover of books. In loving them books. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
He's a read boy, a reader boy.
Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear. No leisure, only work.
Pleasure and pleasure.
I was specifically trying to not say those words in that sentence.
I just thought it was a rhyme.
Did you beatbox it? What?
Does it mean something?
No leisure, only pleasure.
Yeah.
He said. I don't know. It just sounds kind of. It just sounds. I don't know.
Oh, I'll say it. I'll say it again.
Pleasure. Business or pleasure? That's the real question. That's what they ask about when you're going on a holiday, right? Or when you're going places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull out a book.
I'm just remembering dumb memes. Apologies.
I forgot I had to read my line. That was.
No, it's just like I'm just remembering bloody I don't know why, but like I'm pulling up the book and saying pleasure, and for some reason it makes me think of the meme where it's Suzaku from Code Geass, and it says, "Excuse me while I go pleasure myself with this fish." Why?
Cool.
I don't even know why that's a meme image.
It's a good meme.
Like, I don't think it's even a line from Code Ment. I have no idea where it's from.
I want to know the origin.
The origin of the
I have
memes.
gag for me.
Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Garadeb, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. It was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is service. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer? It's the time to join the Imperial Guard, ladies and gents.
It's Inscription. Let's go.
And so, conversely,
Conscription.
Everybody enlist right now. Army.com/let's go.
Army.com/get militaried.
I love joking about enlisting. It's funny.
One thing I like. A real quick pause on this as well. On the game itself to continue along this line of discussion. Again, related to the Imperial Guard and like enlistment and stuff. One thing that apparently happens that it's at least, I don't know if it was made up by the author Dan Abnett of who wrote the Gaunt's Ghost series and whatnot. But one thing he did was there is RIP detail where the I is like indoctrination to getting trained for your first time. And then, like, P is punishment. I don't remember what R is, though. Like, maybe retraining or something? I just kind of think that's like a, just like a, while you're on the bows of a ship going somewhere, troop ship going somewhere, and then you get, like, a really hard-ass drill instructor reteaching you the things, and it's just, I don't know. As like, military concepts go, it's kind of just makes sense, and it's kind of neat. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the wordplay.
Yeah. Same, especially because by the end of it, however many weeks it is, you will be, feeling like your soul's going to leave your body for sure. Yeah. Depending on your, the driller that was in question in the book was a real hard ass kind of dude who had like a stick that he named Saru that he would just beat you with. Because apparently nothing is basically sacred in terms of RIP detail. The drill instructor can kind of be as much of a dickhead as they want.
Awesome.
Cool, great, kind of thing. Anyway. Feel free to continue on with the lines now. I just wanted to talk about that for some reason.
Whether or not our household employees are made has come to be token the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Dwelling heroin, I understand. But token their social standing. Sorry?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath.
Ah, yes, the middle class. That definitely still exists. Sorry, it got real political all of a sudden, huh?
That's politics.
That's politics.
In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employs enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary. That's the thing in Japan. Come on.
Yeah. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance.
I had no idea.
I'm so sorry. And it is precisely for that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrydab.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something.
I see.
Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain.
Yes, there you are. Ascertain. Kurt Cobain, ascertain, Look, I don't know why, but it's like the thing that in my it rhymes. That's the only. It's the way to remember the. I don't know. It feels like a good way to remember how to say ascertain. Like, just think of how you say
right now, or
huh?
Is that thing you've known?
No, this is just a thing that my brain has just like suddenly decided upon. Because and also feels correct. Kurt Cobain,
ascertain. I was just
ascertain.
worried you knew this for a while. I thought this was a known fact to you, and you were like, by the way.
By the way, ascertain Kurt Cobain.
That's English.
I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. More like the dinghy room at Lamau got him. It's a boat.
Oh, the only thing I want to ding here is.
Yes.
This is thoroughly getting off the soul, my dear fellow.
You cutting off mid sentence is always a good time. It's a real good one. Yeah. So this new camera, it ain't the best at capturing my expressions, but it still works. Just a bit odd. Just feels a bit odd.
Is it eye to a camera?
And it's not an Ito camera. It's a Logitech. A painfully Logitech nickel camera.
So painfully Logitech. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
Yo, I know the feeling. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
But sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window?
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Window tax? Well, what is that? Surely not a tax on windows.
Surely not.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households on this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up. While the rich open windows here and there and everywhere. An effort to curry favour with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
Huh? Okay. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
Indeed. Disease was rife as a result.
Ah, yes, definitely that was why the disease was rife.
Ew.
Not because of the non-cleaning of gutters and whatnot. You know, them rats, I tell you what. Them bad rats.
Ew. Some 40 years ago, or whereabouts, the window tax was abolished.
I see. 40 years ago. Let me just
Holy shit, the window tax is real.
give me a sec. It is real?
Awesome. Yeah, you can just like find like houses that are just bricked up like in the game.
Huh. Weird. Crazy. I feel like there was someone I wanted to... Nah, it's alright. Daijoubu. I've just reminded myself something. Go for it.
You fools say Japanese in this household will only involve me. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in a squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
Irrelevance. Sorry, I just always need to point it out. I'm so sorry. You just need, I desperately need to do it every time.
Wait, point out what?
Words. Wait, I don't know, maybe. I could be wrong. You might actually have said relevance.
Anyway.
To be fair, it might just be my dumbass idiot ADHD brain mishearing words, mishearing your pronunciation. So, you know, sometimes I'm just pointing out that instead.
More likely it's me. Don't at my rate.
Look, no, hear me out. You're not actually that bad, I promise.
Okay.
It's a promise.
You're not that bad either.
Oh, thank you. But are you sure? I'm curious now, you know? Like Ryunosuke, I'm curious now. Oh, well, I see.
And the black night over. Well, I believe I told you all I can now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, yes, Mr. Narrowhead. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
You remembered that, did you?
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupants of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here yesterday.
Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so properly, too.
The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Yes. Trust.
Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I haven't the faintest idea.
Oh,
first
but... No, yeah, literally in a second. You know, having second thoughts for having versus having the first idea. I mean, I'm like not even memeing about this. I just assume that that's kind of part of it, you know?
That's fun.
Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, I see.
Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese office room man, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more. And one more thing.
The iPhone, yes? The British iPhone?
The British. What's that?
The, what? Yeah, the British iPhone.
Okay.
By Steve Holmes, right?
What is this?
I don't know. Just words. Imagine words, but, like, funny. Haha, funny joke.
Okay.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of any relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure.
Oh, brain, ow. Ow, pain.
Brain.
Ow, pain.
That the retired IMM man who owns this property
Hiding something, you say? Mr. Garadeb is? Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he?
Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Interesting. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Master Garadeb's secret.
Ooh. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not.
Keep yawning, god damn it. The yawning.
But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
And the man disappears just like that. Cloud of smoke. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room.
Just jumps head first into it.
The question is, do I inspect? Do I...
Permission to inspect, my lord?
Well, that's kind of the main thing.
Cat.
Apart from the stuff like the lucky cat.
I will find him, and I will pet him.
And this game tends to be a bit better about things being important or not, so... I like that he's still there, that you can still interact with him, but... I'm just gonna leave him be, to be honest. You know.
Have some time off. He's clean up.
Oh, the question is, so do we move back up to the Mr. Garadeb's room? I rather enjoy the smell of books, but it's overwhelming here. Yeah, that we haven't been to this place in a while. Came up for the Garadeb's room.
You think that's what they're telling us to do?
Yep, it is true. That was a noise, to be sure.
Sound of curtains.
Ah, curtains.
Sure.
Cobb curtains, if you will.
What?
As opposed to Kurt Cobain's.
Sorry?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
It,
Hello?
so I just look.
Hello? Delicious. Suspicious. There they are. Speaking of which. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what... For the umpteenth time, women, will you watch what you're jolly well doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. Since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Huh? Luca, can you see that? Luca?
Meet it back there.
Ah. Hey, can you see it? In the...
Man, gay boy in the corner.
See, look. See how my cursor is the typing cursor over here? Because this is where my go live notification thing is on the second window. And this is where it says the words. Oh, on Herlock's butt, it says Oz ENVtuber, the Virgin Mind Palace versus the Chad Brain Attic.
Are you saying they're streaming inside his butt?
Yeah, the title of the stream, in fact, is inside his butt.
That's awesome.
I mean, do we examine Herlock? Holy moly, that's definitely something happened here. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. Why did it zoom in on Herlock, though? I'm so confused. But it is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice.
What's cracked, boy?
Ah, I wonder... Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. Do we interact with this? Wait, I think the other option is to interact with Herlock. Ah, what's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes? Just staring upon this man's brilliant booty.
She is looking.
Looking respectfully.
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows.
But we just saw you on the floor below. I don't... you know what? Sure.
It's been 1
It's been. It's been. Sorry, that is me, isn't it? Good gracious, when did you sneak in here?
Herlock Sholmes, sir. That's your sense.
Whatever you're doing over there by the window?
And given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam.
What are you... Hello?
What?
You just read my mind.
Oh, apologies, my brain. Imagine remembering that I'm not voicing every character given I have to voice like 17 of them.
You just like...
I'm sorry. I'm tired, apparently.
Look at me. I have shows now.
I'm still... Look! I have to voice so many other characters.
It's fine. It was just like, hello?
I'm tired, apparently.
Now I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam.
My brain is like, ah, British man. So they're all just British man is the problem.
You just want to... You can British people, so...
No, I don't. God. Cease. Cease.
Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undubitably inlays, it lacks an aperture for such observation.
So he wanted to perform some aperture science, if you will.
Ooh. This cake is so delicious and moist. If only there were a way to find the geeks and gamers in it.
Anyway.
So, I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner space by the window up here.
I don't know why. I just feel really bad for sitting there. Like I shouldn't at all. Like I have no reason to actually feel guilty, but I do. No, it's so weird though. I don't know why, but I just feel so guilty for like no good reason. It's weird. What is wrong with my brain? I don't understand.
You're just tired. It's fine.
I had food like an hour ago though. I should be fine.
But maybe the food made you more tired.
Oh, food coma.
You're suffering. You're currently in a coma. This is a dream.
Yes, definitely. That would explain so many
I'm
things.
your
in my life.
sleep paralysis demon. Sherlock Sholmes.
To be fair, as far as sleep paralysis demons go, he's pretty good. Pretty
You
good
just
looking.
see him hanging on the wall of your room.
Ha
Look at me go! I can do karate!
Look at me go! What, are you telling me that he's the new suction cup man?
Yeah.
Well, see again, my brain is just like I'm so used to just seeing like, is there dialogue? I'm reading it. Is there dialogue? I'm reading it. Just thanks to reading so much of like fucking so many characters. So much of the main two characters. It's like, is there dialogue? I'm reading it.
Well, that's fair.
Keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Does it think alike?
That was...
Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Mr. Sholmes is like inches away from Ryunosuke's face when this is happening. In need of a certain great mind.
Just turn it into an ASMR time. Speaking of which, real quick, there's just a funny
I love
thing.
ASMR's sides.
Look, that's a good one. Something that was requested of GB recently was a video of her explaining things, because ASMR isn't just good sounds, it can be like a number of different things that trigger the sensation, right? Because the idea is it's the sensation that you know people get from good sounds or from other things, you know. So the biggest request was for her to explain things that she doesn't know, but as confidently and as if she does. And I listened to the video, and it's one of the greatest things because she talks about like Doctor Who lore, Star Wars lore, sewing, what was the other one? Tennis. I don't remember what the next one was, honestly. I haven't been conscious for the entire video because I did fall asleep to it, even though the Doctor Who lore being so horrifically incorrect made me want to just like scram, but you know, like knowing that was the purpose of such, I was like, all right, fair enough. You know, like when you go in knowing the purpose is for it to be wrong, that's fair. When you go into like, say for example, from another ASMR creator, a Halo themed video where all of the lore is horrifically incorrect, you're just like, Then another video by a third person, which wasn't even specifically Halo themed, more generalist sci-fi, but it still felt more like a correct like Halo video than the specifically Halo one. But yeah, no, it was a fun experience just having like just such incorrectness thrown at me. You know,
I'm trying to sleep.
it's like it was that's one of the fun parts about the Star Wars part was it's like because it was the Clone Wars specifically. And it was like, oh, Anakin is angry because his neck is so big and his shoulders are so tiny, and you know, he defeats every Jedi except Obi-Wan because he has the high ground or whatever. Like, just quoting specific memes just made me happy. It was just like, you know, it's like she remembers the memes. It's all good. It's important. What is it? What is the Star Wars prequels without the memes? You know,
Nothing. Just it's like a desert. This vast empty.
Yes, vast and empty meme desert. Anyway, that tangent over as far as I'm concerned, but unless you have an additive to implement.
Hello, Mr. Naruhodo here.
You mean Mr. Holmes, you said Mr. Naruhodo here. Imagine it. Imagishiro.
I'm doing it.
Imagishiro.
I'm in my mind addict.
Brain addict. It's written right there, my dude. This guy right here. I don't know. What a guy. Meanwhile, just got a big picture of Moon Man in the background. Jesus. It's all I think of when I see this man is Moon Man.
He's Moon.
He's Moon Man. Does that make the maid the sun?
Holy
Oh, she's the sun, he's the moon.
I think that is what is happening right now.
Possibly. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. And I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo?
I think so.
There is just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark.
Excellent. This will probably be a good thing to end upon once we finish this.
Ooh.
Maybe. I don't know, like, because my brain feels like I need to do other things as well this stream. But, you know, having it, at least ending at, like, a good point makes sense to me, you know?
Mr. Garrido.
I got a feeling that that name means something, but I just don't know what it means.
Oh yeah, I was meant to do it, but I forgot.
Oh well.
Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, Squirvis, your standing as a landlord is certainly one might call first-rate. And I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by observation of your living arrangements.
I see. I beg your pardon?
First, is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast here.
Huh? Eh?
That's what I'm saying. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look. The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on.
No way.
How? How could you possibly?
How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire?
I do. I do, in fact.
Well, the answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts.
Yo, dense jungle? What? -1 to hit? Impressive.
Oh, what a pull.
Look, dense cover, right?
I'm always impressed when you just remember these names.
Dense cover.
Wow.
I assure you, it is something very ingrained into my brain. Ah! Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing with that.
And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Holmes is proud to present logic and spectacular.
Reasoning is spectacular. The great deduction. The game is afoot!
We go.
It's no leg, it's a foot. Simply, it's a foot.
Topic 1. The nature of the beast. It certainly... What? It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see.
Her dress is gonna get set on fire.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That a fearsome beast has been on rampage of late with...
What? Within these four walls, yes. It's cutting you off mid a few times in the sentence sometimes. It's annoying. Man, I love the microphone. I love the microphone. What?
Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly...
Eye. No,
Your
eyes.
certain art.
No, is it because you know how Sholmes said your eyes are uncommonly candid, and he said eye, and I'm like, no, eyes. I'm just inserting a Herlock line. Don't mind me. Just a joke line.
Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrido, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue.
I suppose not. Oh, I see. I guess it's the shell in that case what he's looking to.
Wait, it was the cannon?
It must have been.
Yes, although an army man, you appear unopposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the king of beasts.
The King of Knights, Alfred. What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, your admiration became so great that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house.
What? Wait, what's he do with his face? I just realized he has a mark on his face.
Ooh. Yet, living with such a wild beast.
Such a wild breast.
Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much. What? Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to.
Yes.
Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam?
I'm confused.
Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is.
So she's the lion, apparently, I guess is what he's saying. Oh, hello.
Your dress pocket gives us clues to the beast's current whereabouts.
Her dress has pockets? That's actually insane.
Shit.
That's amazing.
The future is young.
For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circuit.
Hmm.
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Grader. At Betty's Circus. A travelling show currently sojourning in the park. I have observed its tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point.
Point. You are pointing at them, in fact.
Look at me go. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing gently through a ring of fire.
Burning ring of fire.
Conclusion. I'm a fucking
Asiatic lion, my goodness. What dialogus could this be? Topic 2, Aftermath.
Now, Mr. Gainer. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Question mark. I don't know why I read your question mark as mine. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you vertibly tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm.
No, by the mark on his face, you dangus.
Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visibly on your visage.
Yes. In the visage rather than on.
Oh.
Yes. As in, but I mean, like, technically your reading is more correct than his is the thing, like I said. Because it's on his face, you know?
Yeah. You have to go, I guess because his head's shaped like that, you have to like go inside of it.
Yeah, see, there's like a mark. You can barely see it at this angle.
Oh, on his other eye?
Yeah, like below his other eye, there's like something on his cheek and whatnot.
I was thinking it was weird he's always facing this way.
Yeah, that's why. Nonsense, man. I simply...
But what we must ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain.
What's the main door?
I don't know.
And we need only follow the direction of your is to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to summer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial letters of your household. God Christ.
Yes.
And so, you had no choice but to let it go.
You couldn't hold it back anymore, you know? Yes, well,
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast, one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable.
oh no.
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there.
Yes.
A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Oh. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has been inadvertently revealed. Who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly.
Indeed.
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the Tower of Cakes.
One of the candles is missing from the candle holder.
Oh, nicely.
Because I noticed the thing on the ground. I was like, oh, that looks kind of like a candle. And I'm like, oh.
Oh!
Oh!
There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not said by a certain noblewoman, if they not breed... sorry? If they have no bread, let them eat.
Unfortunately, you've reminded me of the recent insane thing that people think is a compliment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did the people say?
You don't remember?
What?
That breedable? You know? There was like two things that like just don't sound like they're
Yeah,
apparently
that-
supposed to be a compliment, and it just makes me
It's a
makes
compliment
me
if you're a weeb, yeah.
No, it was you're referring to someone as what was the term? Oh, I don't remember what the other word was that was used with it that was similarly unappetizing and insane.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Please don't call real people. Don't call anyone that, actually.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's very.
Yeah.
The problem is now I'm stuck because I want to remember what the other word was, but like I also, what? Sorry.
Take your time.
Well, I'd have to Google it, and I'm not sure if I want to.
Please.
Let me just.
Oh, it's submissive, I think.
That's right, submissive and breedable. That's right, which is insane to me. It's like, huh? I remember seeing one of those, like, you know how there are people on YouTube who read memes, you know, like add voiceovers to memes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Simply just, you know, read out the text. I'm pretty sure someone did one where it was like, oh, you know, someone says that to someone, and the other person's response is, "What the fuck?" Which is the only valid response to being called that.
Yeah.
Because it's just insane. And I don't know, just... like, even amongst, like people who are, like, already together and in love, that still just feels weird.
It's bad.
Ugh. It's so weird. Ugh, anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, if they have no bread, let them eat cake, which is,
You said that.
Marie Antoinette.
Ooh.
She said that, and then she was beheaded.
Well,
Because that was, like, the final straw before the French Revolution. Did you have you, there's like a meme, speaking of memes, this one much less dumb, but like still, you know, it's silly. It's a joke about like, oh, French people during revolutions, you know, very fierce, very, you know, scary and whatnot. French people during war, like, very cowardly. And it's like, that's not true. French people aren't cowardly during war, but it's just like, it's just a funny of like their track record in war versus during revolutions has been very interesting, to be sure.
yeah. Speaking of war isn't something to be proud of, necessarily.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. But it's just like, it's just strange in where they can be fierce versus where they aren't. You know,
That's a good observation. Yeah.
it's very funny simply in that regard.
This is true.
This is just a true fact.
People, I'm always thinking this.
food is at the heart of all. In fact, your cursor became a crosshair.
Don't know why.
Oh, because I'm taking a screenshot
Oh,
with sniping tool.
You snipe.
Here you go. I'm just sending it to you. Just because I was just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it doesn't need to be like one of those ones where you remove the what the fuck is with the like a width height bullshit that they add at the end? Go away, Discord. There you go. Just in case anyone wants just that forever, as just a quote that they can reference. You know, it's truth. It's just truth, you know.
it's just true. Don't let anyone stop you.
Oh, whatever you mean.
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast.
Yes, it set everything on fire.
There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks on the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
You're a madman. What an absolutely batshit thing to say. The carpet gnawed by a starving lion.
Sherlock would be like,
Yeah, this happened to my friend Ted once.
Yes.
I would know. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great endeavor of this beastly puzzle.
It's correction time.
it's time to correct. Pog.
Ah! What is the matter with you, Joe? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Codep. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
My deductions can be startlingly sharp. There stands no reason that your cup runneth over.
Stands to reason. A Lamau.
Indeed, my
Oh, God.
Resident Evil Revelations.
That's what it happens when I see that word and it gives me trauma.
Raid
Indeed,
mode.
My revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
We should play raid mode on stream again at some point. It's a good time.
We streamed it before?
No, I don't think we've streamed it, but we should play it again, but also this time on stream.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. It's a fun game.
Brilliant, yeah.
Good game. Very hard. We're very bad at it, but it's a good game. I'm bad at it, I would say. I wouldn't call you bad at it.
Oh.
Get complimented, Lamau. Get complimented. Got him. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
Why certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? Again?
Well, the deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realm of common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
Nope.
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Gardeb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
Ah, that's where you're stuck.
I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit. For some reason, I just feel like I need to turn it down a tiny bit. A smidge. Oh. The volume was already at like 2% in total. Damn, it's very, very quiet, and yet it's still very loud to my brain. My poor, dense brain.
Oh no.
No doubt the former military man held his own. Large cannon.
Damn, it really cut you off while you... Between his own and large cannon. It just cut you off completely. Held his own large cannon was what you said, unfortunately.
Look at my boy, my large cannon.
Oh no. Those are some words. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear Miss Susato. It occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for tea.
Ted Lasso would disagree with you.
yeah. Yep.
Just bad water, didn't he say? He's just not a fan. Just... Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. I love that this animation is like, can be on either side, but it's not just a flip of the model or anything, it literally is just like, you know.
Flip of the bones.
Bone flip mayhap, but not a model flip.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
And we still have to do a court case after all this deduction-y nonsense. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is going to be the longest fucking case of all time.
At least this is like the second last case, I think.
Of the first game.
Yup.
There's 2 games, and there's another 5 cases or sort of
Yup.
something in the
Yup.
second game. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again from the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning spectacular!
I want to know what that's called in Japanese. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Hold it. Nature of the beast, a rampaging Asiatic lion, but is it really?
It certainly shouldn't take a great deduction to say.
Great detective, even, in fact.
Ooh, you could say that, but I won't. That fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these 4 walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take? The man with military breeding, your eyes are uncannibly cannon.
Uncommonly cannon. What is it with you and these large cannons today, my dude? Come on.
I just love cannon.
Yo, cannon. Eye? No, eyes.
Your furtive glance, Mr. Gary Depp, leads directly to the answer.
So you want to start with the D or whatever.
That G is fucked up.
G? Garaged? I don't know.
G, D,
Garage.
All these
Oh.
letters B.
There's got to be something that explains this name, though. I need to know what it is.
The Adventure of the Three Garridebs is one of Sherlock Holmes' short stories. This might be a spoiler.
Yeah,
But,
maybe not.
The guy on the cover is a reference. This guy's a reference to this character.
I see.
That's fun.
The true nature of this beast is...
Lion statue. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garrideb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garrideb's gaze. Will lead us to the true answer.
You know what it is.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, what the hell? I feel like that's what we actually need to know. Inspect.
What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garrideb's wedding. Yeah, it's his wife. It's it's the maid woman. It's his wife. He looks very happy, doesn't he? I can't tell because his eyes are blocked out like a fucking sensor
We'll
bar.
never know.
He does, but you can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there.
Well, I don't think it's that, is it?
What caused the damage? The bride. It was the bride.
Yeah. Can we try is the cannon inspectable?
Mortar shells.
Inspectable.
These are shells for the cannon, aren't they? What a strange place to keep them. Imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garrideb from his time in the army. Ah, of course. He mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him. If it was one of these, he wouldn't have a knee, or a leg, or a torso.
Wouldn't have it all.
If around that size that hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it, or Mr. Garrigan, for that matter. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Holmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Yeah. I'm guessing the water, but what do you think?
I think it must be, right? Yep. Nope. What?
Where we got help? Oh.
Huh?
You sound so like shocked.
Oh, I guess I wasn't expecting there to be health as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. It means we can't go back because we didn't know. But anyway. The whole save game thing. Oh well.
I guess.
Straight into the beast that tore this room apart is these shells. With their butter wouldn't melt accomplice the cannon. But war is good for nothing. It brings only destruction. Something we must all strive to understand.
What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion?
Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so thought I'd contribute to the show.
This is my show, Mr. Nero. Kindly perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage.
Ugh, sorry. It's gone.
I'm the idiot around here, not you.
Okay. Well, I do know with some certainty there's a destructive creature has been at work in this room. Mr. Gator inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Yes, if you investigate thoroughly enough. Well, yes, it was the picture, but like... Mr. Gator trying to look at it. It's here somewhere, so we need to find it. I will quickly... I can't
Save?
I can't save. I cannot save. There is no
Can't
saving.
even like go to the escape menu.
It must be the photograph frame. Yeah, I can't open the escape menu. It's got to be the photograph frame is the other thing.
Okay.
So it was a debate before.
Classic.
Look at this photograph.
If he's looking at the line, it must be this.
The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. No amount of cracks could hide that woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, it's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower.
We were right. Sun and moon.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say newlywed bride, fuck it. You ready?
Yeah.
I did it. I was right.
Shattered glass.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Also, I'm saving the game.
There we go.
Now that I can, I'm saving the game. Because I refuse
Maybe it
to
was to protect us from stuff locking. I don't know.
Maybe.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed picture... This framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrigan. And while we lament the fact that her face is absurd...
We can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh,
Indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
Honored might be stretching a point.
Too late. The fact remains that the beast, which so clearly savaged through, was your wife, Mr. Garrigan.
Gah!
The chilling traces of wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous. Plain to me with one glance. It is.
Yep.
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue to the discount whereabouts.
Poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. She what? She joined the circus. The implication, your wife was sent off to the circus.
She's the entire circus.
To your future career in the circus. This must be from that case.
Maybe.
We're gonna see that line. We're gonna see it. We will have captured it on film, on footage.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Many weeks after Jason's trial.
Yeah, many months and years.
I wouldn't go so far as to say years. We haven't played for that long.
COVID years feel that
I've
long.
been sent a direct message. Oh, yes. Give me a sec. I see. Wait. When was this sent to me? Someone sent me a DM on the 5th of December that I've only just received today.
Oh?
Yeah.
Do you know them?
No, I do. It's a friend of mine. Like, she's even in my normal server and whatnot. It's just that the DM only just reached me today.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Oh no! Apparently it was. Apparently I must not have realized it was sent to me on that other day, because apparently she sent me something else, then deleted it because it was aimed at another DM.
Oh, yes.
But she's very tired. So well.
You got a message then said deleted it.
That would do it.
I love that you still get the notification even when the DM itself is deleted.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. But yes, I don't know about Fragile. After all, that's Death Stranding. Very different game company. You know, game. Very different game. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garrideb anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be.
I have no clue.
Maid.
There's
Maid.
no possible answer.
There it is.
There it is! I didn't know you could tilt the camera down. That's pretty cool.
I'm not even going to bother inspecting it, just like it's simple as that.
Molder.
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. She's the sun. I was right.
You are the sun.
Indeed, it does. That flower. And gleaming on your finger gives away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Garriter's bride's photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid.
No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Miss Garrideb herself.
Missers.
Oh my word!
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife. Yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a bally corker back. Ah,
The fuck?
plumpened, I suppose.
I don't even let her speak.
Yeah.
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable circumstances. After all, you are retired, and you are a retired army man. Yet you are in the business of renting out rooms.
Tisk. Tisk tisk.
I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct?
It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? Why, Golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ.
God. Grow up.
Yeah.
Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society. It employs no staff at all. In my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly.
You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb?
Only in company, obviously, but listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. The raging wife. But the question is why?
Why?
Now, Mr. Garrideb.
Darrygeb, even, if you will.
Garrideb. Deb. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast.
I'm gonna save the game, in fact.
Good idea.
Now that we have made more progress.
You found Bog.
941, in fact, was the last auto-save.
Wow.
Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably terrible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulder. The pain you feel being revealed by that.
Supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. You're still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm seems to be propping up his head. Has some other significance, then? According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify? A slapped cheek. Good God. What a slappage. It's not what a handprint looks like, is it? It's like the most insane handprint.
It's several hands. It's laid on top of each other, maybe.
Who knows?
Slapped cheek.
Your head weighs heavy upon your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on that refuses to fade was you, Madam Joan Garrideb.
Fucking kawaii eyes. One shake.
That's you, remember? shaky cheeks. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Luca has gone. He's disappeared forever. I hope not. I don't want him to disappear forever. That would make me sad. Many times as sad.
I'm back.
You're welcomed.
Well, yes.
Art thou all righteth?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was just saying that.
Ah. There is a Twitter account called Rabbits Every Hour, or Rabbit Every Hour, and I need it.
Pogged. You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir.
Ah. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? I'm gonna follow this account. Like, this is amazing.
Bunny good.
Bunny good. Wait, hang on. What did I just follow it with? I just followed it with my VTuber account instead of the one I want to follow it with.
No!
You know what? I'll still allow it. I'll fucking allow it.
Hell yeah.
Hella cute. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. It's very important that I follow right here on stream that I'm going to follow Rabbit Every Hour.
Everyone needs to know.
It follows no accounts, but it is still very good. Oh my god, the last rabbit was 57 minutes ago, and it has a bird on top of it. It's just a little red, like a little reddish rabbit with a cute bird sitting on top. And that means there's a new rabbit in 3 minutes.
Holy shit, I can't fucking wait.
There's so many good rabbits. I fucking can't believe it. How this account's so amazing.
Beat rabbit, dude.
Oh my good god. I'm just gonna die of cuteness. I need to close Twitter just because I can't. I will never stop being here if I look at this now. Now, what was the last line? Just retired the mic and you sub Sheik, I see. How the blazes, how did you work that out, man?
Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, humph.
Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madam Gary Depp to fly rage.
Yeah, what did it? Crazy.
And we only need to follow the direction of the gaze to find the answer.
So it's not the bills. Not the pile of bills. So what be it? Didn't Mr. Sherm say that the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garado's wife. Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Thank you.
Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round the face. One so hard it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question.
Ooh,
Ah.
notes.
No.
High textured, high resolution note.
Oh. Bookmark.
Oh, uh-oh.
Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrett is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look next to the signature here. Lip marks made with a lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Susato-san. Oh dear. I'm sorry. As in, don't do that. Don't give that to people, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Good, I guess, yeah.
It's probably not the best call, is what he's saying. Mm-hmm. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Well, I guess it's that then, right?
I'll do it. Just throw it in there, guys.
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed.
Oh, she's so mad. She's ready to cane a bitch.
Terrifying. She'd beat me up. She'd kill me.
You know it.
Perhaps the center of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly on... What?
The
Is
fly
the fly
in
in
the-
the ointment
Yeah.
here? Ah.
Whoa!
But I don't know the Bally woman. You don't know her. The note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
It was just in there, you say.
That's right, that's what I've been saying. Ah! His name is John anyway.
I like his story.
Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and the note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right, that's what I've been saying. Ah!
A likely story.
Now, actually, this is just all on her at this point, and I'm actually really mad at her for this, because I hate when this happens. Honest to God.
That's fair.
Like, when someone doesn't believe, it's like the guy is being honest, and he's like, legit, I have no idea what the fuck this is. It's then on her that she doesn't believe him. And, like, they've been married for however long, and I don't know. This just bothers
It's
me.
just a cartoon, but it's fair.
It comes up in media so often. Like this
yeah,
particular type of it comes up in media so often that it's just kind of a thing that's just always considered like just written by lots of people, and therefore it's in the consciousness for some reason. I just hate it. I just hate this. Ugh, I don't know what it is. Just like, for the love of fuck, just believe the person for once. Jesus Christ. Not everyone is a cheating adulterer. Like, ugh. Christ. Some people are actually happy with their marriages, and he actually might be one of them, apart from the whole, oh, we can't afford a maid thing. You know, it's like, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you'd forgotten, is John. Exactly. See?
A likely story.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid woman. Jesus Christ. Are you questioning my name now? Again, I want her to be removed from this building, just forever.
Then
Just gone.
there we have it. Arouse the suspicion of the, and you unleash a beast of the most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, that ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable.
The aftermath of which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh dearie me.
For such a destructive outburst.
Uh-huh.
This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently the truth. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neat.
Neatly indeed. Yes. Thank you, Discord.
Oh, I got cut off.
Yep. Oh, it's happening a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Every second sentence, it's just cutting off bits and pieces. But surely Mrs. Garrett didn't eat the carpet? No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garrett's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes! Come on now. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. Looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a close look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Haha, but I did. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? Oh, gee. Can I... The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here. What is it? You look closely at the edge. You can see scorch marks. Yes, so you can. Ah, yes, because lions have fire teeth, as you know.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
We see a lion.
You're gonna get burned. Play with lions, you're gonna get burned.
You see a lion, make sure you got a lot of water, because you get burned.
Just spray him in the mouth, and they're just no longer a
You get a
threat.
little bottle of water to spray him.
In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Let's rethink this with that in mind. Oh, okay, well that didn't let me... Whatever, it's...
How do we pick?
I gotta pick candlestick. No, I gotta do it, damn it. Yeah, no. I did that. I had to press R, not spacebar. Space R, if you will. Done.
Oh, yes, either way.
Yeah. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick. Jack.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. There we go. See?
Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away.
Scorch marks?
appear that this room was the scene of a little marital
Marital.
marital
Altercation, if you will. An altercation. Altercation. Miss Garadeb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face,
on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder.
and in seconds the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes,
For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire.
And in this room, that ferocious beast just bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here.
God, I love this.
Here we go.
After the
After the
sparks
sparks
of marital discord flew,
flew,
this room was the scene of a fire. We did it. We actually did it right there.
Really great, doing better with Discord.
Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you.
Go on.
Of course. Carpet scorched by a small fire. Solved. Deduction complete. You should say the bottom word. There you go.
Elementary.
Dunzo. Dunzo. So we'll deal with the aftermath of this, and whenever it next does a part thing, we'll stop it there.
Yeah, perfect.
It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. I'll buy all my old novels there.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt Ah! Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garadeb.
Well, you should have nothing more to hide now, if you will allow me.
My goodness.
Oh, shit.
Had all my favourite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got a hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. Here was I back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it, I lost my favourite, a book called The Lion's Pride.
Oh. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes. Your notorious love of big cats is coming through again.
I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage, flames everywhere, and the old stick in full fettle. Don't know what that means, but sure.
Nope.
Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Oh, they were the witnesses.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Now remember, one of the witnesses is a cop.
Oh.
Remember? As mentioned yesterday, one of the witnesses is a co-op.
They're gonna have to have some involvement.
You'd think so, but, you know.
It's just how it be.
What's a dashed thing? Oh, really?
Finally drank the tea.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Narrator. What can I do for you?
Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrideb's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew by the retired army man to do something,
Well, he was right. It's true.
I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Now, Mr. Narrator, you mustn't lose heart.
Yeah, the shading on his teeth really does make the kind of back of them look a bit bluish. I don't know what it is.
He's a blue boy. He's
Blue
fucking... He's like a Pokemon. Bear in mind, all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not.
That makes no sense to me. That's true, my boy. Wait, yep, there we go. I have to link up my model again. Exist to vibe.
God damn it. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will be over soon.
Oh no, is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to take yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrideb.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us. I'm going to have to give him an answer. Ugh.
And stop.
We stop here, you think?
No.
Alright.
And see.
What a time.
We did a whole spectacular.
Oh yeah, that's right, I have part 5. Number 5.
Number 5.
Adventure of the Great Departure, Trial Part 2 for whatever reason. I made a save here at number 5. How many do I have? 20, huh? One, two, three, 4, 5. Everybody in the club, something I don't know. Alright. I feel like we should do more of something, but I don't know what that something should be. That's the real question.
Actually, wait. Has it only been 2 hours?
Apparently.
Didn't we start like?
Yeah. We didn't start until like 8 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll do it. I thought we'd go for 3, but I had this wrong.
No, we didn't start at 7:30.
That'll do it. That'll do it. I'll probably. I think I'm done streaming for now.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's fair. It's not like we have to do the rest on stream, especially since I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. Well, noon time, but still. Do you wanna be in and like just to like be around?
If I'm free, I think I'm busy tomorrow afternoon, but I'll see.
Darn, that's unfortunate.
I'll try though.
Okay. Well, yeah, we might as well just end it and then just kind of chill with some just regular video gaming, right? Might as well be fun. Could be fun. Could be good. So yeah, thanks those of you who came to watch. Thank you. Hello friends. Welcome and thank you. And yeah, I suppose we'll see you next time. I'll see you in 14 hours thereabouts. My goodness. It's exciting. It's exciting. Because it'll be like not necessarily 12 noon AEST exactly, but sometime around then is the intention. And then I'll only be able to do a couple hours worth because of work. I have a work shift tomorrow, but then I can theoretically do another hour or two after I get back from work. Crazy, I know, madness, but you know, probably quite fun. I wish I'd taken the day off work for tomorrow, but I had assumed it was this Wednesday that was this day that is today that it was coming out, but no, of course, America strikes again. What a time. Oh well. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. Bye.